Hello, everyone. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about Metal Gear. This came out the year I was born, 1987, baby. It's awesome that my favorite video game series started the year I was born, so that's pretty cool. Again, like all the other ones, it was made by Hideo Kojima. Probably had a team of only like 30 or 40 people back then. Now his crew's over like 300 people, I think. So, yeah. My, how things have gotten complicated. The game's pretty fun though. Thankfully, they released the original Japanese version along with, for the first time ever in North America, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake on the Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence game. So it came on a separate disc with that. So, most people for the first time got to play the two original Metal Gear games. So that's really cool. I actually own the original NES Metal Gear game that came out in North America back in '87. It was kind of different though. Like the whole beginning is different. Like I think Solid Snake parachutes in to Outer Heaven in the beginning instead of like scuba diving through the sewer system and coming out like he did in the Japanese version. But yeah, it was pretty cool playing the original version, really. The original Hideo Kojima Metal Gear game. So that was a lot of fun and pretty cool. The game is pretty interesting. The story now switches from Big Boss to Solid Snake, who turns out to be Big Boss's son, which is pretty interesting. Solid Snake was raised by like a bunch of foster families. He was a brilliant kid. I think his IQ is like 180. He's fluent in like 6 different languages. He's also just a complete physical specimen to behold to, incredible athletic ability and, combat prowess and stuff. And he joined Foxhound. Well, basically, Big Boss came back to America and went back to his old unit, military unit, Foxhound, which is a special forces unit. And he became the commander of that. He also brought along his friend Kazuhira Miller, and I think he became a drill instructor or whatever for the group. And he also brought his best soldier, Gray Fox, with him from Africa. And and then he proceeded to have Kazuhira Miller, who's now called Master Miller by his students. He had him train Solid Snake when Solid Snake joined the unit. And I think Big Boss also trained Solid Snake. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. And some crazy shit happens at this military base out of heaven. Gray Fox gets sent in. He gets captured. Then they send in I think Solid Snake's like 22, 23 years old, because I think this takes place in 1995. He was born in 1972, so yeah, he would have been 23. So they send him in, and he ends up rescuing Gray Fox. Those two guys become friends. Gray Fox, by the way, is a super badass by this time. I mean, he's the only guy in Foxhound to have the code name Fox. So he's like super, super badass. And so he and Solid Snake become good friends, and Snake works his way through the mission, and it turns out that Big Boss is actually betraying Foxhound, and it's really his military base that he's sneaking in. And the reason why he sent Solid Snake in because he figured as young kid's gonna screw up and fail. But he should have known better, seeing how Solid Snake is his son. So, yeah. So Solid Snake ends up actually killing Big Boss at the end of the game and blowing up Outer Heaven. So, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. And then I think 4 years later, so 1999, I think, is when Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake takes place. So check out my episode on that one.